Now, Shamim Chowdhury joins us in the studio. So there are a lot of warnings and recommendations we've been hearing. Wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands. But how do you do it properly, Shamim?
Well, the most effective way, Maria, as advised by, among others, the Turkish physician Mehmet Oz, is like this.
Dr. Oz, very
Dr.
famous.
Oz, yes, and he has been speaking a lot about coronavirus. And this, I'm going to give you a demonstration to illustrate it. You take your 4 fingers like this, lock them into one another. Obviously, you have soapy hands initially, and then you rub them quite vigorously, like this, for quite some time.
You call this a Turkish twist?
A Turkish twist, exactly.
I love this name.
You do the Turkish twist while singing happy birthday to you. We all know it. Twice.
Just once? Twice?
Twice, 20 seconds. You then take the tips of these fingers and rub quite vigorously on your palms, like this, and then like this, so you kind of, and then don't forget your thumbs, because remember, you haven't been using your thumbs when you've been doing this, so bit of this, good 20 seconds, give it a good rinse. This is what we all should be doing. That is the best way to wash your hands. Don't forget your nails. Very, very important. A lot of germs linger on nails and people tend to forget their nails. If need be, use a good, decent quality nail brush and scrub them to get right in between those tiny crevices. That is how we should be washing our hands. Other measures that every single person should be taking: keep your distance, social distancing. This is what we've been hearing every single day for the past couple of weeks now. In public places, at least 1 meter. This is coming from the WHO, the World Health Organization. The reason
so
for
1
that,
meter is rough.
Yeah, it's about as far as you and I are sitting. So we're not putting ourselves at risk by being here. But the reason for that is if you or I should cough or sneeze, those tiny droplets that contain the virus will not reach the other person. So social distancing, very important. If you do cough, use a tissue, discard it straight away, go and wash your hands again. If you don't have a tissue, into your arm. That is how you should be coughing and
coughing and sneezing into your arm. Okay.
Yes, exactly. So and as Melinda just mentioned, rubber gloves do not work. There's no scientific proof that they protect you from the virus, and in fact, the virus can linger and then be passed on.
So maybe important points, especially on how to wash correctly. I didn't know that. I've learned how to do it properly. Thank you. Now, another important point is that a lot of families or people are being told to self-isolate, but a lot of people live with other people, sometimes in households of, I don't know, up to 4 or 5 people. How do you self-isolate with other people? How do you do that properly?
Well, you have to just stay away from them as much as you can, essentially. Now, self-isolation, as we've been hearing, is those who are showing symptoms of COVID-19 should be self-isolating for 14 days. That is a recommendation by the WHO. Sleep in separate rooms. Most likely, you're all going to get infected. Now, most healthy people can recover from coronavirus. Most cases are mild. You stay in separate rooms, separate beds, separate towels and bed sheets. Communal areas such as living rooms, kitchens, try not to be in the same place at the same time for too long. The infected person should have their own bathroom. If they don't, they should use the bathroom first, and then it should be cleaned. Rubbish should be double bagged and stored for 72 hours before it's disposed of. And that is really how you can contain the virus. And the most essential thing is self-isolation for the entire family for 14 days so that the community doesn't catch it.
That's incredible. And that's been one of the recommendations in the UK. If somebody in your house isn't well, to self-isolate for 14 days. Self-medication. There's a lot online at the moment about whether to take ibuprofen or not. Tell us, what should people be taking?
Yes, and there's a lot of confusion surrounding this as well. Now, as I mentioned, there's no cure so far for coronavirus itself. Most people have mild cases. Most people get over it. Now, you can take over-the-counter medication. Paracetamol seems to be the favourite that most experts are recommending. A few people have said that be very careful of ibuprofen. One of them is the UK's chief medical advisor, Sir Patrick Vallance. The French Health Minister, Olivier Véran, has also tweeted that ibuprofen may cause problems because it is anti-inflammatory and it can aggravate the symptoms of coronavirus. But it has to be stressed here, this has not been scientifically proven. So it's not coming from the WHO, and there isn't any kind of concrete evidence at this stage to say that ibuprofen is harmful. To play it safe, paracetamol most certainly will help ease the pains until the body recovers from the illness, but at the same time, drink plenty of water.
Important point. I just learned about that today. Drink plenty of water. Shamim, thank you very much indeed.